The truck weighs about 28,000 pounds. Then by the time they take about 6,000 to 7,000 pounds of dirt and sludge and dump it all in the back, you end up at about 35,000 pounds, all of which is attached to the back of each competitor's four-wheel vehicle via this. Now, you line it up, you put the back wheels in line with these two pylons, and you take off that away as hard and as fast as your engine will carry you. If you can get to the top at all, the fastest speed wins.
On your mark, get set, go!
Tim Desmond cuts loose with all 502 cubic inches of his big block General Motors engine. He should have all kinds of torque as well, over 556 pound-feet of torque, and he is almost our first competitor to make it. He gets the front wheels across the line, not the back wheels. Tim, I thought you had it made.
I thought I had it made too. We were close. Didn't want to get too much wheel speed too early because, you know, then you spin too much.
What robbed you at the end?
Just felt a lot of weight. It was pretty heavy thing.
We had plenty of horses.
Had a lot of horses, yeah. Had a lot left. Didn't even use my lowest gear.
Barry Toledano from Israel did at one point in time have a 383 engine in this, but he took it out, put a 454 engine instead, and it pays off. He makes it all the way across the finish line. Now, Barry, is there any kind of strategy to this, or were you kind of a passenger?
Well, I'll tell you the strategy. It's my first time, so I have no strategy. It's the first time I pulled something very heavy like that, and I hope it went well.
Well, very well. You did have your left rear wheel just tag this pylon over here, so that may get a little bit of a penalty. But you're the first guy to make it to the top.
Oh, I'm happy about it.
A lot of hop and a lot of wheel spin, and he could be the first guy to get across and not take out any pylons, but it's not going to be. Well, Toby Lavender will see what a light, slightly underpowered vehicle can do on this particular course. He's armed with a V8 engine, a Chevy 350, and he's doing very well with it. Well, he's got his co-driver with him, Scott Godfrey, in the machine that he built. It's a two-frame, purpose-built machine with a Chevy 350. It's called the Raptor, and it's doing its job very, very well. He's almost there. Gets his front axle all the way up to the line and didn't quite make it across. Just how much advice did you get from Dave, your co-driver?
I don't know. I got a lot of advice, but I'm not sure if it was good or not. So
Probably not.
So it probably didn't help me a lot.
You know, you've done this before, but I heard a whole lot of fanatical screaming. Would that have been maybe you?
It could have been me. No one pays attention to me anymore, so I just try real hard to make everybody listen, whether they want to or not.
Did you really have anything to say to him before this at all?
Just get it. Go pedals on the right.
It's propane powered, and Corey Dean is going to make it and get the back axle across it. How did it feel once you got off the smooth part and up where it really started digging in?
It started jumping, and I was just scared of breaking something, so I backed out of it a little bit there, and we're done.
Equipped with the Chevy 350 for power under the hood, but Jesse Haynes has a unique strategy. He actually used like 10,000 pound tie-down straps. Now, tell me about your rear suspension. You cheated.
We tried to tie it down, and it kind of backfired, I think. Made it worse.
Trying to keep some of that deathly bounce out of the way, but it still did it to us.
It's an LT1 stroked out to 383, a Chevrolet-made V8. It belongs to Jerry Cantrell, doing a fine job with it so far. Most of the 350s haven't gotten this far, though, guys. Now he's going to get it just a little bit sideways, about 6 feet short of the finish line with the front axle. Jerry, for the 350s, if you want to put yourself in class, you may be first.
Well, did better than I thought it would.
What did you expect?
Well, been a little under horsepowered compared to the big blocks. It's about where I thought I'd end up.
And how did it pull? How did it feel? I mean, walk me through this from beginning to end.
Well, up towards the top, it started hopping. Wish it hadn't done that, but coil suspension generally tends to do that, so not much we could do there.
Did you have it on the floor, or were you feathering it all the way?
All the way on the floor.
Here's another look at Barry's winning pull. One of only 2 competitors to make it to the top. They were judged on time, the rest of the field on distance. Well, the hill climb is not as easy as it looks, because even if you can get to the top, you don't know how fast to get there. Now, last year's ideal time was about a minute and a half. Now, this year they have a new ideal time, and Chief of Officials Ned Bacon wouldn't tell us exactly what that time is. That's the mystery. You have to figure it out. But he did say this: it's fast. You got to hurry. The other thing is finesse and forward momentum. Once you dig in, once you stop, it's over. That's where you're going to be judged. Toby's Flatty was the champion, making it to the top and barely missing the ideal time by just over half a second. Each of the competitors were ranked by how close they came to the ideal time. Now, if you're wondering exactly